Good morning everybody, I'm Giuseppe Basili, also known as the FibStalker. Thanks for watching this video. This is the daily and intraday review for today, February the 8th, Thursday, February the 8th, 2018, and this is part of the analysis and trading services. Now, as usual, I give you the usual disclaimer here. Trading Forex carries a high level of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. So if you have not read and accepted this disclaimer here, please do pause your video now and read and accept it. Thank you. So let's get into the markets here. So we'll start again from the SP 500. As you know, this market has moved lower, traded 25, 27 extension long level, and now it's holding the 27.04. So far it has been holding it. If it keeps holding it, well, we could see the 24.46. all right, so next is the dollar index, and this market is bouncing. It's actually bouncing off a level of an extension short, the 90.74, and sorry, the 90.17 here, and this is also previous high, as you can see here. Okay, so it's responding to the 1917, and do I think this is the end of the move higher? I'm not completely sure, as we're gonna see the US dollar, Singapore dollar is suggesting something different. It keeps moving higher, so I'm going to use the extension long here, 89.80, as our level of support for this market, and we could see a bounce and a continuation higher in this market. Gold, let's look at gold. Gold is because of that small reaction lower, we're seeing the dollar index. Gold that has hit the first target here, 13.13. This is the first target of the 50% that I mentioned a couple of days ago. So congrats for those of you who took the trade here into the first target. And now we could see a continuation lower into 12.96. Let's not forget that this price in a weekly range between 12.61 and 13.49. So the highs to lows here, the new measure move that this market retraces, is going to be 13.27. all right, so that's the other level I want you to watch on gold. If market gets up into 13.27, then that could be an opportunity for a short into 12.98. and for this first group, finally the silver here, we're seeing the same situation. This market has not traded into the next measured move. As you can see, it has traded 16.95 price. There is some profit taking at that price, and this could continue lower into 16.03. Now, if that doesn't happen, as we saw for the for gold, this could actually retrace into the 16.57-58 area. Okay, let's start with the majors now. Australian dollar, Australian dollar, US dollar, we saw that move lower, and we're seeing now continuation of this move lower. As I mentioned, the 50% here might not hold. That's not holding at the moment. The reason is this market is in a lateral move, sideways move. So we'll see what happens here. The only thing we can do at this point is to actually look at the continuation of the sequence of measure move on the 4-hour time frame, and as you can see, this has been a sequence, and at the moment this market is trading I traded 78.49 and went into that first target, so we have a second target below, which would be 77.64. If price gets there, we're going to use the anchor 78.36 to lows to model continuation, to model a continuation low. Okay, so 67.40 0.7764 is the level, the target level short here. Euro dollar is actually kind of in a support area here, and but as the and if the dollar index continues higher, then we could see a continuation lower in this market as well. So this market has traded 50%, and it's now into that second target, and during the European session we saw that extension short trading here, okay, and that extension short brought price into that first target, and now it has traded again 122.18. So for this market we have targets below it's an extension, so it's going to be 21.80, 21 to 26, and this is also a confirmation that the anchor that we chose yesterday, this one rather than this one, was the correct one. And in fact, when we trace from lows to lows, we capture this, lows to new lows, we capture the next retrace. Okay, so the sequence here is consistent, and let's continue looking at this market in its move on the downside. Okay, next we have pound. Pound saw a strong reaction higher. Be careful about news today as well, but that brought price into the next resistance level, which is now trading. That's the highs to lows. As you can see, the 146.21 is currently trading. The news are now out of the way. There is manufacturing production tomorrow 4:30 a.m. EST. So this could be it, and we could see a continuation lower in this market. So the first target of this measure move here, it's the 140.61, it's at 36.44 with a second target 35.80. Okay, so still seeing potential for a continuation lower in this market. US dollar Canadian dollar has reached that 50% short, and it's currently reacting to it. Now, whether that is going to initiate a new short after the strong move higher, or whether this level is going to be respected, is to be understood here. And when we look at the levels, though, the market has also reached that first target and is reacting to that first target. There is a second target of this 25.01 that has traded, that is above here, 26.46, and that could push price even higher into and above the 126.61. If that happens, then we would likely going to see a small reaction. That could be an opportunity to trade an extension long into 29.39, so 30 here. So that's the plan for now. At this level under pressure, of course, there is going to be participation 25.84. It's a large level, but this has been arranged. This market could actually continue higher into that second target. That's what we are saying. We are seeing here on the smaller time frame. Okay, so 25.01 to first target, right to that first target, profit taking from there, and now potential for a continuation into the second target if this level is not respected, and then breach the 26.63 level. The US dollar Swiss franc, this market is a bit under pressure here because it's hitting previous lows that are now resistance, and also this market is trading this 94.74. Okay, now it's the same story here. We need to see whether this is a reaction of the start of a move lower. If the dollar index continue higher, this market could be here now at support. The support is 94.02. If that holds, this market could continue higher. And again, I mean, it is trading this area here, which is previous resistance, and the 94.74, which is an inner extension short from 97 to lows. Okay, so if this market holds this level, even if it goes a little bit lower and hold this area, then we could see a continuation high. And as I'm going to show you that US dollar, Singapore dollar seems to be justifying that. US dollar, Japanese yen, as I mentioned also in the previous days, it's moving laterally here, but it really has a downward bias. I think the carry trade or anything that is happening with the market might be affecting this price as well. So at the moment it's moving laterally and keeps moving laterally on top of that 108.80 support. That's what we're seeing here. You're seeing bears failing bulls supporting this price at 108, and this market is moving laterally. Eventually this situation will be resolved here. Okay, we are on top of this important level, so we anticipate a resolution on the upside, but it also depends on what the dollar index is going to do. So really nothing has changed in the US dollar Japanese yen. That concludes the majors. Okay, now let's look at the New Zealand dollar US dollar here. The 50% I've mentioned yesterday has traded into the two targets I've indicated. The one was the first target of the 50% short here, so congrats to all of you who have taken the trade here. The first target was 71.39, and then price got into that 71.90. That is the current extension long support. Okay, so we're seeing a reaction here, although then the market is possibly even continuing lower. But if we get the next measure move here from lows, highs to lows here, that would be the 72.62. I'll leave the other one just in case this market continues lower into that second target. So 72.62 is the next measure move short, and that has targets below. The first target is 71.35, and then we have 70.70. And finally, for this first part, I'm going to look at the US dollar, Singapore dollar here to use as a proxy for the dollar index. And this market is wildly continuing higher here, which is good, suggesting also dollar index continuing higher, and very soon is going to get into this 133.59 level of support. As you can see here, we were looking at an inner extension for the in the 4 hour that has hit the first target, is going to hit the second target 130.23, and then you know, we are likely going to see either just a continuation higher, or we're going to see a next extension short from lows to whatever highs is going to be printed. Okay, so 133.59, it's in will soon be in play here. So this is the end of the first part of this intraday, daily and intraday. I will continue and review also all the other markets, so we can get a view of what also the other markets are doing and when and where they are going. All right, talk to you later. See you in the room. Bye bye now.